The beauty of South Africa is our unity, and this was portrayed in the Rugby World Cup in 2023. We can see the power that unity has, and it is a driving force to perfection.
So hello guys. What's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. Oh my God. Chidimma Vanessa Onwe Adetshina is a model and an undergraduate studying at the University of Pretoria in South Africa.
Hello South Africa, my name is Chidinma Vanessa Adetshina. I'm 23 years old, all the way from Cape Town. I'm a netball player and an LLB law student.
She was born in Soweto. She was born at the Chris Hani Baragwanath Hospital in 2001 to a Nigerian father and a South African mother. We will come back to address the citizenship status of her mother, but for now, let us proceed with the story. Chidimma was a participant at the Miss South Africa beauty pageant in 2024. It is a tough pageant, believe me, a very tough one, where the most beautiful of the most beautiful girls will battle for the crown, where the winner will represent South Africa at the Miss Universe beauty pageant slated to hold in Mexico come November. Chichi, as she is fondly called, was up to the task. She's got all that's needed. Beautiful, intelligent, outspoken, the physique, slender, tall, her catwalk to die for. And she scaled the screenings one after the other. Chidimma got to the top 30 and she scaled through. And then they were sieved to the top 11 and she made it to the list. They were further streamlined to the top 9 finalists, and Chidimma Vanessa Adetshina was in the list. She was killing it and killing it effortlessly. Trouble started when Chidimma's name was noticed by the South African public. Excuse me? Chidimma Adetshina, we will be damned. Is this not a Nigerian name? No. Is this person affiliated to Nigeria in any way? Does this lady have any Nigerian heritage or ancestry or bloodline? Not on our lives. And before we knew it, wild, xenophobic, Afrophobic, discriminatory roars began echoing all around, sounding like drums of war, insisting that Chidimma must not be allowed to participate in the pageant because of her Nigerian heritage. When this whole thing started, it seemed like some small noise that would fade away in no time. Chidimma had submitted her personal information and her documents to the organizers of the beauty pageant, and they had gone through it and they had certified her qualified to participate. But no, this was not just some little social media unrest that would fade. This was growing and getting more vicious and looking like something that could break out into a mayhem or some kind of protest, something that could lead to the xenophobic attacks of 2019. Do you remember those attacks?
I hate foreigners and the government is doing nothing.
And this is our leading anti-migrant group, Operation Dudu.
We cannot be undertaken by foreign nationals and do nothing about it. Something needs to happen.
We are coming for you.
Hundreds of people have traveled from across South Africa to attend today's conference.
Oh, I'm hoping to hear that all the foreigners are going.
We must be realistic here, that most of the problems that we have are caused by the influx of foreign nationals. I'll be honest with you, in some instances, you need to really be harsh.
In 2019, many foreigners, no, don't get me wrong. I do not mean European foreigners. I do not mean Asian foreigners. I mean black foreigners, especially Nigerians, were attacked, maimed and killed in a series of xenophobic attacks. The pioneers of these attacks had claimed that Nigerians and some other African nationals had come to their country to take their jobs, to spoil their country, to commit crime, to do bad things, that they were fighting to reclaim their land, that these foreigners had invaded their land, had taken their business, had stolen their jobs, had committed crime on their soil, were doing this and that. And guess what? One of the major activities of that protest by these spearheaders was burglaring, stealing, breaking into, looting the shops of legal residents, the shops of legitimate business owners. That was their way of protesting criminal activities by foreigners, by partaking in criminal activities. What a wahoo, what a wonder. But anyone with a molecule of sense in their head, anyone with an atom of brain cells in their head will know that these people were not upset with illegal immigrants. They are just filled with hate for any immigrant at all. Those with black skin, just as theirs.
I hate foreigners and the government is doing nothing.
So back to Chidimma. The protest and the backlash was getting heated with every passing hour on social media. In fact, they opened a petition where thousands of South Africans signed to get Chidimma out of the competition. Change.org had to take down the petition because they found it malicious. But they didn't stop there. They were unleashing hateful, vile, disgusting words. In fact, I cannot even put such words on my channel. I won't even give them the privilege of reading their tweets or reading their messages to you guys. No heart deserves to be polluted by such hate. Death threats were being issued. These South African agitators were bent on bringing down fire and brimstone if Chidinma didn't get disqualified due to her Nigerian affiliation. The South African Department of Home Affairs picked interest in the case and launched an investigation into Chidinma's identity and heritage. And a few days ago, it published a report. And according to the report, it said that it found preliminary evidence to suggest that Chidinma's mother is not South African, but she is Mozambican, and there are indications suggesting that she stole the identity of a South African woman about 23 years ago, in 2001, in order for her to obtain a South African citizenship. It said that it plans to press criminal charges against all those implicated as soon as the investigations are concluded. So Chidinma's mother may face prosecution, she may face a revocation of her citizenship, and she may face jail time. Chidinma, on the other hand, seeing that her life and the lives of her family members were in serious risk and jeopardy, had no other choice but to withdraw from the pageant. She issued a statement that she had backed down and she's no longer in the competition. Do you know the tragedy of this case? This was not the story or an incident of a girl who was made to withdraw from a beauty pageant because she entered using falsified documentation or false citizenship. No, do not ever get the bone of contention wrong. This was not the case at all. Because when this whole agenda and agitation began, the propagators of this calamity did not have any inkling that Chidimma's mother was not truly a South African. They had the impression that she is South African, but they still insisted on having her kicked out solely and only because her dad is Nigerian. Despite, according to the South African laws, any person who either parents is a citizen of South Africa is also a South African. So Chidimma's mother, then when this whole agitation started, was deemed to be a South African. But just because she is mixed with a Northern African country, it was a taboo to these South Africans. And they had to taunt and hound and bully and oppress and victimize and call out this lady until she took a bow and left the competition. That was the sole reason. So if you are a pathetic xenophobic imbecile, own it with your full chest. Do not hide behind, hey, it's because her mother was in Tanzania, it's because her mother was Mozambique. That was an after event. That was not the reason why this girl was called out to leave the competition. The reason is because her blood is mixed with Nigerian blood. The reason is because they heard a Nigerian name. The reason is because they are a vile breed of small-minded bigots who are steeped in hatred and ignorance, who are consumed with perpetrating division and hostility amongst their own kind. And you know who the very worst kind of species are? Those who hunt down their own kind. Because even animals in the wild do not prey on their own kind. So I ask, is it a curse to be black? A few weeks ago, I watched in horror as a group of racist anti-immigrant protesters attacked and maimed a black man on the streets in the UK. They did not approach him first and ask, hey mates, what nationality are you? Are you Ghanaian? Are you Tanzanian? Are you Mozambican? Are you South African? Are you Nigerian? They did not ask. They cited the black skin, and that was all they needed to do the deed. He was targeted simply because he was black. They see all of us as one and the same, but we see ourselves as different, as enemies, as foes. It's a curse to be black. Sometimes I sit and I wonder, I ask myself, why is the West so developed in infrastructure, in technology, in medical advancement? Why is the West so developed? And why are we in Africa still struggling with the littlest, most basic needs of life? Why are they called developed nations? And why are we still called underdeveloped nations in 2024? At best, when they want to pamper us or make us not to cry and feel so bad, they will call us developing nations. But we know the truth. For how long will it be this way? We've got the numbers. We've got the people. We've got the population. We have the human resources. And we have the natural resources. We have the weather. We have the soil. And we have a better family structure. We have it. We have it. We have it. So what is the reason? Why are we where we are? Please do not come to me with the theory it is the West that underdeveloped Africa. They robbed us, they raped us, slavery, they took our manpower, they did this. We are not going to languish for the rest of our existence holding that reason. We will not spend the whole of eternity relying on that excuse. We are not the only ones that were raped. Other races, other people have picked up the pieces of themselves and they forged ahead and they are making progress. So why does it look as though we are progressing retrospectively, backwards, as if we are moving backwards? Well, the answer is not far-fetched. Can't you see it? The answer is staring us in the faces. The black man is the only race that would attack his own brother but worship a foreigner. A black man is the only race that would see potential and instead of harnessing it to his own advantage, he will antagonize it. He would fight it. He would want it dead and buried. Even if he loses, he doesn't mind. As long as that thing does not conform to his sentimental ideals, we will rather not benefit from it. As long as it belongs to those other people or those other tribes that we hate. Are we cursed in our thinking? What is wrong with us? South Africa. Why? And when I say South Africa, of course I do not mean every South African. I mean the drivers and the agitators of this hate and xenophobia. I sat down a few days ago and I was watching and enjoying the Olympics. And I saw black men representing France. I saw black men representing Canada. I saw black men representing US. And I saw black people representing the UK. Are they indigenous people? Many of them are immigrants. But these countries do not see skin. They see potential. They see the collective growth and welfare and projection of their country, while we remain in the shackles and enslavement of he is my tribe and she is not my tribe. Is it a curse to be African? I went through the lady's page, Chidinma Adetshina, and I saw a lady that loves her country dearly. And when I say her country, I do not mean Nigeria. I heard her speak, and she does not speak like us. She does not speak like me, a typical Igbo girl from Nigeria. She doesn't have my accent. She speaks like a South African. And she is in school studying law. And no, she is not studying Nigerian legal jurisprudence. She is studying, equipping herself to practice South African law. And then I watched some of her reels, and then I found that many of them had the South African music blaring in her reels. No single Nigerian music. And there she was the other day celebrating Nelson Mandela Day on Instagram, but we had our Oktoberfest Independence Day and she did not celebrate, and we had our Democracy Day and she did not partake. But she partakes in South African festivities. And right on her pinned picture on Instagram, she had the colors of a flag crested right on her face. But no, not green, white, green, not the Nigerian flag. She had herself adorned in South African colors painted on her face. Oh my God, she does not even look like the typical Nigerian Igbo girl like me, with our bold features, full lips and our bulky eyes. She has that beautiful Barbie South African model look. She was born there. She was raised there. She affiliates there. There is all she knows. But her only offense, her only reason for getting this amount of hate, vile comments, death threats is because her father hails from another nationality. Is it a curse to be black? And after all that was said and done, this is the person who emerged the winner. Don't get me wrong, beautiful girl, I wish her all the best, but this is the person that emerged the winner eventually. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, God have mercy upon us. I have never seen Irish people launch attacks on UK citizens. I have never seen Manitobans launch an attack on Albertans or Saskatchewans. I have never seen America and Canadians fighting because one is Canada and one dare see themselves as Caucasians, dare see themselves as white people, dare see themselves as one. But it is only in Africa that we hunt down ourselves and victimize ourselves and divide ourselves by ourselves. So how can we stand as one united, powerful continent to face the world, to face our challenges? How can we be upset when we walk down the streets in Germany and a white man calls us the N-word? How can we take offense when an Igbo cannot live in Yoruba land? When an Igbo man will be asked to leave Lagos? When a Chidinma will be asked to withdraw from a competition simply because she bears Igbo names? Is it a curse to be black? Well, a little ray of sun, some reason to smile in this terrible, highly upsetting news is that Chidinma has been called by the organizers of the Miss Universe Nigeria beauty pageant to come back home. You have a home. You cannot be rejected there. You have a place. You have a foundation. They have extended a hand of invitation to her to come back and come and contest in the Miss Nigeria Universe beauty pageant. And thankfully, happily, she has accepted the invitation.
Hello everyone, my name is Chidimma Vanessa Adetshina, and I cannot start off this video without expressing my gratitude to the incredible people who have shown me so much love and so much support. Now, I have received an invitation from the Silverbird Group, who are the organizers of the Miss Universe Nigeria beauty pageant. And I say this with great excitement because I have decided to participate in the Miss Universe Nigeria 2024 beauty pageant.
Do we look forward to seeing her strut that walk, do her thing? And if she is the best lady for the job, if she is deserving of the title of the crown, we are looking forward to seeing her grab it with both hands. I wish her all the luck. I wish her all the best. I wish that she takes all these lemons that were thrown at her and turn them into some fine lemonade. I wish her all the blessings to come out of this persecution. I wish her all the international recognitions so she could have a platform where she would create awareness of the dark side of some individuals, the cannibalistic nature of some Africans, the disposition of some black people against their own race. We are rooting for her. I am rooting for her, and my eyes will certainly be on her progress and trust that if something consequential comes up, I will be the first to let you know. Do drop all your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, every way you feel down in the comment section. So guys, yes, we have come to the end of today's video. If you're new here, you're seeing my face for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, drop all your comments down in the comment section, and stay glued because we have so much more coming your way. It's me, your girl barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye.